Do you feel something is missing? Well, it could be a vital vitamin our body needs and isn't getting during the short winter days. I, for one, really struggle with this and I need more of it. Well, Dr. Kohli is here to talk vitamin D.
So today we're talking about something important, especially considering we finally got snow in Colorado. It's about time. So we want to talk about vitamin D and why it is so important. Tell us why we need this.
So vitamin D is a very important fat-soluble vitamin, and it's actually called the sunshine vitamin, named after our state, of course, because the sun actually helps to activate the vitamin D production inside your body. And it's really important for bone health. It's also been implicated in other diseases like cardiovascular disease, for example, has been associated with lower levels of vitamin D. Also, certain types of cancers have been associated with lower levels of vitamin D. And it's not necessarily something we would know is low unless we actually go looking for it on a screening test. So it's really important to keep our radar up when it comes to vitamin D and our risk factors for being vitamin D deficient.
And it sounds like we can be more vitamin D deficient in the winter. Why is it so difficult to get enough vitamin D when it comes to the winter months?
Well, the winter, and now I would add on that during the COVID-19 pandemic, we're also spending a lot more time indoors perhaps than we were doing before. And this sunshine vitamin actually gets, produced in the body when your body gets exposed to sun. So if you're not spending as much time outdoors, such as in the winter, or if there's less sunlight, such as in the winter, and then of course we've got the pandemic going as well, those can all really compound to increase your risk for vitamin D deficiency. It can also be a problem in people who are darker skinned because their skin absorbs less of the sunlight because they have darker skin, and they can be at higher risk for vitamin D deficiency as well.
Wow, okay, that's really interesting too. Are there other people who might have a more difficult time absorbing vitamin D?
There are, and in particular, we've talked about plant-based diets, but if somebody is vegetarian, vegan, or entirely plant-based, they may be at higher risk for vitamin D deficiency as well, particularly because a lot of that vitamin is found in dairy products like milk and cheese and yogurt, also found in certain other types of products like egg yolk. So it's really important if you're somebody who's primarily plant-based or who avoids milk products because of lactose intolerance, that you make sure that you check your vitamin D to see whether or not you may be deficient.
Okay, well, let's talk about checking that vitamin D. Is there a screening to get tested for our vitamin D levels just to make sure we know where we stand?
Yes, there is. In fact, 9 Health 365 has vitamin D levels as part of their blood test screening. So it's a simple blood test to get checked. I like to see my patients above 30 for their vitamin D level. So vitamin D levels below 30 probably ought to be on vitamin D repletion. I like to say people can always augment the vitamin D in their diets just by taking more foods that are fortified with vitamin D or other natural sources of vitamin D. But really be honest with yourself. If you're not getting enough, it's probably time to start a supplement, and those are very easy to come by. I myself take one of those gummy bears that has vitamin D in it every day.
Awesome. Okay. So, hey, an excuse to take one of those gummy vitamins, one. Another excuse, viewers at home, to get outside, get some sunshine right here from the doctor. Thank you so much, Dr.
I love
Kohli.
it. It's a prescription for sunshine, Danny.
Can't complain. Gotta love it. Thanks, Dr. Kohli.
Yes, and make sure you are in good health. Well, 9 Health is working to keep you safe with their at-home screenings. Just head to 9health365.org to get a test kit today.